Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us over here on the Zoom, physically over here. We appreciate the time. And for those of you who are following us and share many different comments and many different things, it's beautiful. Keep doing it. And this week, we have a few things to attend to, right? One is the new moon of Sagittarius that is heading towards us Thursday night, okay? Which we're going to speak about it, probably going to share some videos about it. We're doing a live event. I'm going to share a live event over here in the center in New York. Those of you who want to join us will be this week, Thursday. It's also the last portion of the month of Scorpio, that we need to remind us that the way it goes, and I share it many times, and it's important for all of us to remember that from the beginning until the 15th of the month, as the moon is elevating, as growing up or growing to be, a scene for us, it means that the energy is in elevation. Better to start things, to do things in those days. And after the 15th and on, until the end of the month, the energy is lower. So things can be difficult, and things better not to, people who wants to get married, or people who wants to open a business, or start a new venture, better to wait for those days. Especially in the time of, we're talking about Scorpio, the difficulty. So really to be aware and to be in unison with the cosmic evolution, cosmic fragmentation, which means the universe goes through things. The universe goes through birth and rebirth of a day, of a month, so we need to allow that to happen and to work with that. Once you know what's available, then you become partner to this energy. In this week, there is the birth, what we call a portion called Toldot, the generation that comes from Isaac. It starts, and again I want to share with you probably 2 or 3 points that are very crucial to our spiritual development. This week is the fundamental of who we are and what are we here to do. Or at least how to go through life, challenges, opportunities, difficulties, or even solutions. It starts with different codes. As I said before, always focus on the name and the beginning, and it will give you the rest of the solutions. The reading starts, Ve'ele Toldot Yitzchak ben Avraham. These are the birth, these are the generations that starts from Isaac, the son of Abraham. Now we all learn about Isaac, Abraham, Jacob, right? Here is a code. First, let's start with the word ve'ele. Ve'ele, these are, but it's a code. The code here, if you take the numerical value of the word ve'ele, it's 42. This is almost the first interaction with the 42 name. We call the 42 channels, 42 forces that are extracted from the moment of creation. In creation, when the Creator created the reality, it's not simply about Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but all the forces that were infused in our reality and infused in human being. So when you hear the word ve'ele, it's a code. Ve'ele Toldot, these are the names that are Toldot, which is the beginning, the birth of Tolada. Tolada is the birth of our creation and all its properties in the creation of the world. We know that if you look in the Zohar speaks this week specifically about the creation of man. That the story is beautiful. All the angels came to God and says, God, why do you want to create this human? He's going to come in and get crying. He's going to be bad. Why do we need to fall with him? He says, don't worry. I gave him the power to overcome anything. Any falling that a man will have, humanity will have, I find the solution. I already gave the solution for it. These are ve'ele. That's why he speaks about the birth of Isaac. These are the birth of Isaac. What is the code? Isaac and the creation represent one thing. Haratzon lekabel, the desire to receive. What is the whole creation? What is the creation of the world? It's simply the creation of the desire to receive. That's it. This is the whole creation. Within creation, human is created with what we call the desire to receive. And within the desire to receive, which all is difficulty, but it has the opportunity to solve any and to overcome any challenge. These are the human being power. So how a human being can overcome any challenge, any obstacle? Very simple. This is what it tells you. You need to have a greater desire than the actual obstacle. That's when you overcome any obstacle. So look, it's a very simple solution. The Kabbalists look at that. I mean, sometimes, we are so complex and so difficult in finding a solution. I'm standing in front of an obstacle in my life. I need to recognize what's the obstacle. And I need to awaken a greater desire than the obstacle. That's it. Yitzchak ben Avraham, when he says Isaac, the son of Abraham, he gives you the solution. He tells you there's nothing that can stop you in this world but your desire. You forget that you're the son of Avraham. What is Avraham? Avraham represents the tremendous love of the Creator. You are the son of the Creator. You are the son of the King of the world. Do you think the King of the world will give you less than everything inside of you? Less than, he gives you all the 42 names, all the 42 forces that are in creation of the world to be infused with human being. And give them also the solution. The only thing is missing is one, the desire, and the understanding that you are the son of Abraham. What it means that you need to have a desire to understand how big you are, how important you are. You are the child of the King of the world, Melech HaOlam. You know the child of your parents, your parents, grandparents, all due respect, they are great people. But you are the son of the Creator. What are you talking about? Oh, I have an obstacle bigger than me. No, it's just bigger than your desire. That's what it is. So that's the first understanding as you open your eyes for this portion. Anyway, we can finish here, by the way. We can finish the class here. But we have a bigger desire. We have a bigger desire to share. Now listen to this. So it's written, Ve'ele Toldot, Yitzchak ben Avraham, follow this. These are the generation who comes from Yitzchak, the son of Avraham. And then a section after, like right after, what is he saying? Yitzchak ben Avraham, Avraham holid et Yitzchak. Abraham gave birth to Isaac. Let's understand that. First, the message is Yitzchak ben Avraham, Isaac the son of Abraham. That Avraham represents the tremendous love of the Creator for us. And it represents the vessel that we need. We need a tremendous vessel in order to feel the tremendous love of the Creator to us. It's like, I know as a parent, and I'm sure your parents can admit the same way, that our kids, including myself with my parents, cannot appreciate our parents' love. We cannot really comprehend our parents' love. I can tell you that the first time I actually felt the love of my parents is when the first time I had a child. Then I realized, oh wow, if I can love this way, imagine what my parents with all their children have, how much love they have. And then I'm thinking about the Creator. Wow, with all our force, with all our smallness, with all the insignificant problem that we're dealing with, in the eyes of the Creator, yes, my child, with all love. So first, we need to ask in this week to expand to a tremendous vessel to feel the beauty of the love of the Creator to us. Then he says, Avraham holid et Yitzchak. Now this is another code. Abram gave birth to Isaac. It's not simply just to write it down and to say it like we don't know. Avraham represents the desire to influence, the love. Avraham represents unconditional love, the totality of love, the totality of influence, represented by the ratzon le'ashpia, the desire to influence, the desire to give. Now, because Avraham, what does Avraham represent? The tremendous desire to influence. And because the tremendous love of the Creator, you know what the Creator did? He surrendered to us. The Creator had a difficulty. This is what we read in the Zohar this week. It's like, man, the vessel, us, we want to feel, we want to receive, we want to enjoy, we want to take pleasure. And the Creator, look at that, the desire to influence the light, right? Of course, our Creator, He is surrender to our request. And what did He give us? The desire to receive. I want. Okay, this is the whole creation. The whole creation is haratzon lekabel, the desire to receive. This is the new creation. And therefore, it gives us the solution, but also the problems in this world. The chaos, difficulty, but also the solution is reside over there in the desire to receive. For example, let's just contemplate for a second. Imagine we were born to a reality only with a desire to give. We never even knew that we can receive something, only to give. How much desire would you have to continue doing it? Only to give. I want just to give. There's nothing else, right? Obviously, everybody else has the same desire. So eventually, I was about to give them, but they want to give me, and there's an argument, right? I just want to give you, I want to give you, I want to give you. There's only giving. So there's technically nobody to receive it, so the giving stops, right? Everybody's filled. So if there is only desire to give, it's nearly cancel out the whole creation. So obviously, when there's no room to give, the fulfillment stop. The connection stop. So what is the Creator created? The desire to receive is the actual gift of creation. This is the gift of creation, is the desire to receive. Why? So we can feel the tremendous love and influence of the light. What is the goal? That I really feel the tremendous love and pleasure from giving. If I didn't have the desire to receive, and I just wanted to take, I just wanted to give, I will never feel the pleasure in giving. Only when someone is receiving, now I can start feel the pleasure of giving. Avraham holid et Yitzchak. The tremendous love of the Creator created that desire to receive. Isaac represents desire to receive. But let me give you an example. Let's just give it, a little bit space. Imagine you cooking a meal for a friend or for a group of friends. I'm sure some of you, it's happened to you before, right? But I only did it to make my friend happy. I did the best dishes, that I can. But I never tasted it, right? I just did it for them, right? I made this amazing stew, whatever it is. It's sitting for 16 hours. I didn't touch, I didn't taste, I didn't even do anything, didn't smell. Just did it for them. Nothing for me. I'm sorry if you're hungry. Now, my friend came to my house and he starts, oh wow, genius. Oh wow, it's amazing. Another bite. Every bite, he gets more and more excited. And he says to you, like to you that cook the meal, he says, did you try this? He says, no, I didn't try it. I only did it for you. He says, are you crazy? You have to. And he keep pushing me. You have to try that. You crazy, you made it, you have to try it. No, but I did it for you. And now, from the gift that I gave my friend, now I have a desire to receive what I already shared. Now I'm enjoying from the meal I shared. Because I'm enjoying because my friend took so much pleasure in it. And now my friend tells me, wow, that tremendous love that you feel from me, now you ask me to really partake in that joy. Avraham holid et Yitzchak. The desire to share created a vessel of receiving. Not from the desire to receive you feel the pleasure. It has to start from Avraham holid et Yitzchak. Let me explain to you more. I want to get to a level that I wake up in the morning and I just want to make someone else happy. I just want to make someone else successful. Most of us waking up in the morning, where is my food? Where is my comfort? Where is my likes? How many people like my page? How much this? How many texts do I need to answer? What people want from me? Usually it's like, let's see who's bothering me, right? To achieve the level Avraham holid et Yitzchak, the desire to make someone happy, the desire to help somebody else, the desire to serve somebody else, the desire to pour love into this world, the desire to connect someone to the Creator. I want to connect someone to the light of the Creator today. The desire to cure any diseases, sickness, to heal people, the desire to heal pains, the desire to connect people, to bring relationship together, to heal relationship, and the desire to bring world peace. This is what Avraham, this is the real vessel. When you awaken the desire to do those things, this is what you want this week to be. This week, where can I start with a simple desire to give love to 5 people today? Every day. Don't wait, let's make it an assignment. Awaken a desire to give love. I always do, Benjamin. I'm always with love. And if you didn't think about it, if you don't awaken a desire for that, you didn't do that. You need to command that on yourself. Only the desire to share create a vessel to receive it. Many of us, Benjamin, I don't have anyone to share with. Everybody, no. It's because of the desire to share you create a vessel to receive it, for you and for others as well. But again, remember, the meal you made for your friend, right? You know, anybody had a friend that sometimes you were cooking and they tell you should open a restaurant, and you actually listen to them, right? And you open a restaurant, right? I've seen many times, you know, like they coming and this. What happened? You created a vessel for them. You cook, and then they realize, wow, this is so good. They awaken a desire to do what? You need to share that with everybody else. Do you understand? But your desire to share with them, cooking for them, awaken a desire to create a restaurant where you can share with many people. Our desire need to start there. Second idea is, this is the important aspect of this week. For those of us who can awaken that, they can see immediate shift in the day. But it has to focus on that. In this week, there's the birth of Rebecca, give birth to twin, Jacob and Esau. You probably know the story in Esau. But long story, Esau is the firstborn, and he have blessings. And the blessing of the firstborn was, quote unquote, stolen by Jacob. That he disguised himself, you know, as his brother and went to Isaac and received the blessing of the firstborn. Then later on, Esau recognized it and started chasing him down all over to find him and to kill him. Right? But it started differently. For those of us who know the story, Jacob came to Esau. He says, hey, brother, can you sell me your firstborn blessings? I'll give you a lentil soup for that. Now we know Esau represents the density of our desire to receive for the self alone, represent the body consciousness, and Jacob represents the soul consciousness, right? The higher self of us. It's not different people, it's two people, twins, they're twins, and like us, our body and our soul, right? Our selfishness and our sharing and big picture, right? So Esau represents the small desire. And what is he saying? Jacob came to him, I'll give you a lentil soup. Lentil soup? You're selling the biggest blessing in your life? It doesn't make any sense, right? Most of us are selling our soul for lentil soup. Very cheap. Very cheap. And you tell me you probably don't even pay attention. You sell yourself very, very cheap. Now that's regardless of what we're talking about. Esau represents the smallest desire to receive. What is he saying? He came to Jacob, he says, I'm already too old. Lama li ze bechora? Why do I need these blessings? Right? Why do I need the burden of this blessing? He's telling him. So obviously there, it's not that he's cheating on him. He already gave up his. Esau just was upset. Was upset later on when he realized what he did, right? Most of us with our ego, when we really, not really taking the opportunity, we're getting upset after, right? Esau represents the desire to small receiving, like honor, some pleasures, some pride. That's Esau represents for us. What is the idea of the blessings that he received from his father? That you're gonna go around and you're gonna change people's life. You're gonna travel the world. That's the blessing. And you're gonna share blessing and you're gonna start bless other people. Esau said, I don't have that desire. And therefore, when does a blessing get to be activated? Only when I have a true desire to share. When I do it for the sake of ego and pride, it's very small. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to stop. But when I have a tremendous desire to share and to influence the world, Yaakov understood the power of this blessing. And he says, I'm gonna only do it for the sake of influence. My brother doesn't want it. I'm gonna do the work. I'm willing to do the work, to go around and to bless people and to change people's life, change the world. Esau, I don't want to do it. Let other people do it. That's the idea of what's available this week. Maybe one last beautiful point. It says that there was a section over there about the wells. The wells that Abraham dug all his life and bring water so people can, but again, it's a code, I don't want to get into all the 1% details. כל הבארות אשר חפרו עבדי אביו, all the wells that Abraham dug, כיסו פלישתים. There was a nation who went and covered that with dust. The code is very simple. Water and well represent wisdom and light that you have inside of you. The nation who covered that with dust represent our ego and our pride and our small selfish desire that covered that well. In this week, Isaac goes around and uncover those wells. And because it's available cosmically, even though it projected 3,000 or 4,000 years ago, this is available this week. What? Your be'er, your spring, your wellspring, your well is ready to burst out, ready to go out. What does it mean? You have to dig deep. If you don't, again, sometimes when you dig, when you go in when you were a kid next to the beach and you dig a very deep, all of a sudden the water comes from the bottom, right? And you see that immediately as the water comes in, they start filling up the entire hole, the entire well. You just need to hit the spot of the well. It says nekuda, a point. Once you hit that point, water comes out, endless water. It doesn't stop. But you have to keep digging. Keep digging inside of you until the point of the spring. As it comes out, it starts filling up. You filled up yourself with wisdom. Your mind filled with the wisdom of the Creator. Your mind, your desires, only desire to share, and you cannot stop. But you gotta feel that well. And the cover represents all our selfishness, all our smallness, all the dust, right? Or when you're thinking, wow, I'm such a tzaddik, I'm such a righteous, boom, you cover that. Oh, look what I learned, boom, you cover that. Oh, look how smart I am, you cover that immediately. You cover what? Yourself. So be aware of that. Be aware of that. How do I know when I develop spiritually? There's a section when Rebecca used to go and she was worried because she was feeling kicking in the stomach in one place, feeling kicking in the stomach the other place. And she was worried and she went to the wise man and he tells her, don't worry, you have twins in your stomach. And that's why she relaxed. Because one is so bad and one is so good. She was worried that one will be a mixture of good and bad. What is the message? And the word that they're using, "Vayitotzetzu abanim bekirva." Yitotzetzu. The word is, she can feel kick and here, kick and there, but Rav Ashlag share with us what is the meaning from the word ritza, to run. From the word to run. What is the idea of running? One of the ways that you can measure how you grow spiritually or how you decrease or increase spiritually, check where you're running and what you run after. How fast you run to receive an honor, how fast you run to share. How fast you run when you can receive something and how fast you run when you cannot receive anything. When there's many people looking at you, how fast you run, or how long you meditate when people looking at you, and how visual you became when people looking at you, and how you run away from that. You do a 2-minute meditation and then that's it, right? This is what you can check daily. What you're running towards and what you're running away from. right? And again, he says that you have to dig deep. And he says if you, when you dig that well, is well of fear of being disconnected, of fear of covering yourself with dust and the mud of this physical world. So I always recommend, be afraid to get involved in other people's affairs. Be afraid to think you know it all. Or always be in a place of like, what do I know? What do I know? I eat this way, I decide to do that way, should I fly this way? What do I know? This question, open yourself to expand. It's called להרחיב, to expand, called the word רחובות. It's the name of a city, but it's a code to expand your ability to communicate with very much elevated light. And that is when you're really careful, is when you really consider that I don't have all the answers and I'm scared to get involved in other people's affairs. What do I know what's right and wrong for them? So anyway, this week is a beautiful opportunity for all of us. Preparation for the Jupiter that comes to us is a beautiful gift, comes Thursday. And then the whole week, let's take advantage on the Scorpio last 4 days so we can really take advantage on that light. Thank you so much and have a wonderful rest of the week. Chodesh Tov.